Hey guys, it's Dustin here, the Pro Picker, here with something different today. So I'm going to tell you the story of how I became hated in my town for selling sleds. Yes, you heard that right. Before I get into it, smash the like button, really helps me out. Subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, comment below, and follow me on Instagram at ProPickerOhio. So before I get started, a little bit of a disclaimer here. So the goal of my channel is to be family friendly. So, I think that you should be able to have my videos on your TV in the living room. And if a kid walks in, it's not a big deal. So that's a big thing for me. So I am going to be censoring some language throughout this video. If even censored language is a little bit too much for you, feel free to click off on this and join me on my next reselling adventure. I also am big on positivity and learning and sharing knowledge, but that also comes with the negative experiences sometimes. So just a little bit of a heads up, guys. And with that, let's get started. So the story begins with a simple fact. I had 12 sleds, same difference, in my garage. So this becomes important later. I purchased these sleds on a pallet. This was a pallet that I actually purchased, and it was last year. I didn't buy it for the sleds, guys. They just happened to be on the liquidation pallet. So they had clearance stickers where Target had tried to clearance them off. They couldn't even get like $3 for them in the spring, summertime when they tried to clearance them. And their full retail was $9.99 a piece. So yeah, that left me with a problem. So if you're new to the channel, guys, I am a reseller. It is what I do. And I run an inventory of things that are listed on eBay for the most part, and then things I want to list on eBay. Sometimes I end up with products that just don't make sense to sell on eBay, like these cheap plastic sleds. Well, there had already been some snow and some more was coming. So the night before, I decided that when I wake up, I'm going to get the sleds out of the garage, dig them up, and post them on Facebook Marketplace with the hopes of finally getting rid of them. So I make the determination that I'm going to sell these for $15 or two for $25. So I do a slight upcharge. So, and the logic, I guess, behind that is that, I wanted it to be worth my time. If I sell 12 sleds, it's just, not really that big of a deal at $10 a piece. Honestly, this was more just to move them anyways. So, I probably could have asked for more. I could have asked for $20 a piece, but I didn't really, I just settled on the 15.2 for 25. So anyways, I make the post and I say I currently have 12 sleds available, $15 each or two for $25. Exact change only, please. I just didn't want to deal with that part of it. Again, while I'm here for the pickup, I am trying to do other work as well. I'm in my town and I'm going to be available at 11:30 for pickup. Message for address and number of sleds you want. So I white out the area where I add some edits later. I'll show those to you in a minute. But those are pictures of what the sleds look like. Now, I go to Messenger right away as I start getting hit. I mean, so many people were messaging me. And I arrange pickup for all, I believe 12 of them is what I had. And it takes me a little bit of time going back through the messages. I come up with kind of a copy-paste system for instructions. And I didn't look at any of the comments on the post because I put in the directions to message me because I want to handle everything through the messenger side of it instead of having to go through the comments and trying to address things there. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward transaction. Do you want a brand new plastic sled or do you not want a brand new plastic sled? How many do you want? So yeah, everybody I'm speaking to on Messenger, totally nice. No real haggles. Nothing of the sort. Everything's just pretty straightforward. So I basically go downstairs and start getting the sleds ready. I put them together and group them and put little slips of paper with people's names on it and how many sleds they're getting and how much they owe me. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff kind of laying by it that we have pulled out at the moment. My house is definitely a little bit disorganized right now, but my system's pretty airtight. I tell people that, they're going to pull up, stay in the car so they don't slip on my slick driveway or there's a little patch of ice here or there. I'll come down, bring them to you, and then I have their names and everything ready. So all I have to do is go outside, ask them what their name is, come back inside, bring out the sleds, take the cash, and, we'll be on our way. So I think, I have a pretty good system established at this point, and I'm pretty happy with the way things are going when it comes to my sled sales business. So I actually end up seeing that I'm getting a lot of notifications or whatever. So I look at the actual post that I've made and I'm shocked to see it has 97 comments on it, which is insane. I don't sell on Facebook groups much. This is my local town Facebook buy, sell, trade page. And I'm not big on selling on Facebook. First, it's just not a platform I really enjoy. I'll buy off of it infrequently. It's just never been a platform that's really I've really vibed with. Facebook. I've always kind of preferred Instagram, Reddit, Craigslist back in the day. When it came to buying video games on it, for instance. But that's really neither here nor there when it comes to the story. So I've never had a Facebook post blow up like this because, again, I'm not super active on the platform. So I see a few here posts here in this one picture to point out. This is why you can't find them at the store for half the price. You, sir, are a bleep, but I hope no one buys them off you, so you're stuck with them. There's a buy nothing group you need to join and offer these for free to compensate for the fact you're hoarding sleds. Many kids in the area really need a, excuse my edit there, sled right now, and you're not helping. All right, I went back and edited something in this photo that I would have had up in the video. However, yeah, it didn't really, wasn't something I wanted to keep in there. So anyways, yeah, all this foul language, it's kind of sad. Just out of nowhere, kind of the hatred. So everybody jumped to conclusions, thinking that even somebody posted a cheaper, even worse sled from Home Depot for $6. I'm offering the same thing, which I wasn't. My sleds were superior. I mean, I'm not saying they're hand crafted and carved wood sleds or anything, but the ones that they were showing are probably super thin. But anyways, mine retail at $9.99. That's a $6 sled, so whatever. But the thing is, everybody jumped to conclusions that I was scalping, that I went store to store for these and actually bought them up. I don't think I would make any money for my time doing that. I know there's, I guess, other people sled scalping. I mean, I was aware of that, but I didn't really think that people would just jump to conclusions and start posting all of these things about me. I got a guy doing a trash can emoji because supposedly I'm trash for going to the store and buying up all the sleds, even though that's not what I did. Again, I purchased these on a liquidation pallet. So it's pretty insane what's going on. There's much more than this. So in fairness, there are people, and all of this is just happening while I'm on Facebook Messenger. So this is just organic conversation going on now where people are talking about supply and demand and all of that. And there are some people to kind of have my back on it. Even though I did not go sled scalping, which I guess is a thing. So somebody then goes to say, I hope nobody dumps water on his driveway tonight. This blank is what is wrong with our society. I would probably say people jumping to conclusions and constantly wanting to hate on people, not even knowing the full details and facts, is what is actually wrong with our society. And, again, some more people do have my back when it comes to it. I've got a few random women that just decided to, spit expletives at me as opposed to just moving on past a post, which would have been the mature thing to do. And this is kind of this will kind of be a good life pro tip for you guys. Well, first off, don't be like any of the people just coming and attacking me for no reason. Just don't be so hate filled that you have to go and comment on everybody's business. It's kind of insane. So if I hadn't put these sleds up for sale, there would have been 12 less sleds in the area. So I get that there's a shortage because everybody wants to go to the store and buy sleds, and stores are only going to store so many sleds there. They're not going to, because they take up a lot of space. So they're a lot of square footage. So they don't want to utilize all of that just to have stacks of sleds, in case there's a snowstorm. It's just, it doesn't make sense from a business standpoint. So there's not enough sleds for everyone when everybody wants them. I introduced 12 more to the market and, ease some of that pain purely because I really didn't want to store them myself and kind of get all this hatred. So don't be like that. Try and be positive. And this is just more of a story, guys. Like, I'm not losing any sleep over this. It's, almost just kind of like it baffled me. Like you getting hit with a mob of, people that are acting like this. It's just, there's pitchforks. Somebody said, what a blank. So I guess to continue the life lesson, this individual, actually, if you just hover over his name, his occupation and where he works is there. I mean, I'm not that kind of person that's going to go and call up this restaurant that he works at. However, I wouldn't feel very welcome going to that restaurant anymore. What if he remembers my picture on Facebook? Is something going to happen to, from a food quality perspective? I don't know. But if this guy gets this mad over selling somebody, some people, some children's sleds, I would be concerned, going to said chain restaurant anymore. Thankfully, it's not one I frequent too much, but, I've gone occasionally in the past. Don't do this. Guys, if you want to go post stuff that's, a little bit more on the edgy side and start cussing up a storm or start being negative or, start trying to, you get offended. So you're going to say something back and you're going to stab at them. Don't put your job and your place of employment with that account. It trust me. The guy, if I really was what he was calling me, the guy would be, potentially looking at, risking unemployment right now, which I don't know if that's his goal because it seems like it might be if he's going to behave like this. It's pretty insane. But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't try and take anybody's livelihood, even though he's assaulting my livelihood because I'm a reseller. But, it's always best to take the moral high ground, guys. Definitely something that I live by. So I do end up responding here saying, guys, I didn't go out and buy these sleds. and hoard them to mess people over. I bought these on a liquidation pallet and remembered I had them in my garage, which is exactly what happened. And I did not expect people, to call me names and all of that. So that is, I do explain that. I edit the top of my post. So I guess what are the lessons learned from this? Basically, the lessons learned from this are to let people know ahead of time if you're selling a very desirable item that you didn't source it in a way that's going to upset people. So I guess, like, for instance, if I was to sell a PlayStation 5, say I bought one at a yards, this would be highly unrealistic right now in the current environment, but let's say I bought one at a yard sale for $250 used, and I wanted to sell it for $450 on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, this probably wouldn't occur, but let's say it did. I think I would say, hey, I did not, this is used, or say it was brand new sealed. I'd be like, didn't buy this at the store, purchased this, out and about. And to kind of explain and give a disclaimer. I think that could help avoid this. I'll note that most people, even after I explained this and I replied to some of the harsher comments towards me, most people either didn't respond again because or they doubled down and said that I was still charging too much, so that still made me evil. When nobody has to actually pay the price. The person that said that, like, I should be charitable, for instance, knows nothing about me. I should, be concerned for disadvantaged children. Recently donated, there's a video on it, a Nintendo Switch with the one that hooks into the TV, so a regular Switch, brand new, and a copy of Mario Odyssey to Dayton Children's Hospital. So, I mean, they don't know anything about that, though. They just want to judge, which, I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, I would put out there, like, I guess off the rip, if I were to sell sleds again during a winter storm, that I did not source these. Most people, nobody apologized or said that, they were in the wrong. They refused to admit it. And maybe, in their twisted mind, they think they're still right. But I'm actually going to go into some footage of selling some of these sleds. This is Rambles went on a little bit longer than I had expected. So there is more screenshots of people being insane. But for time and brevity's sake, I'm going to hold off on those. All right, I don't know. All right, awesome. Just throw them in the back?
No, you can put them right here.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you, man. I hope you bought them for like $2 and you make.
I actually got them on a pallet, last year, and they were sitting in my garage. I was like, oh crap, I gotta get rid of these right now, or I'm gonna have them for another year.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Well, hey, I appreciate it. You have a good one.
You too.
$25.
Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you very much. You have a good one.
You have a good one.
So I am the evil sled baron. Did you ever think that you were gonna marry somebody so evil and maniacal?
I mean, you're practically a Ferengi Mr. Burns, so.
Ferengis are capitalists in Star Trek, guys.
Oh.
For those that don't know.
I didn't even realize your camera was on. How many have you?
So that was the 5th sled. 15 of it was PayPal, and then 50 cash so far. One guy was like, hope you got them for like $2 each and you're just making a killing. And I was like, I got them on a pallet last year.
I feel like that pallet's probably already paid for. And this is gravy.
There's no such thing as gravy in this business. Not pallets, dear God. All right, awesome. Do you want them in the back or just like back here?
The back seat's fine.
Back seat's fine. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, thank you. You have a great day. Enjoy the sleds. All right, guys. So while we're waiting on the last 3 customers that hopefully show up, I'm gonna bag up all of this. This is our 3-day weekend sales through President's Day weekend. So I'm gonna throw all these in IKEA bags, and after I get done with this sled deal, I'm gonna take it off to the post office. Have them here for you.
Perfect.
$30, and just in the back.
Yeah, just don't judge my messy car.
Oh,
Throw them on top of that.
mine's worse.
Well,
I go around and buy stuff all day and
that's
then
why
leave
with my
half of
3
it
kids,
there.
somebody always leaves something in here.
No, I gotcha.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Does this shut on its own? Oh,
Yeah,
there we
it'll
go.
on its own. Thank you.
Yep, good, Matt.
Yes, sir.
All right, $25.
What are the chances that you have any more of those?
This is it. You got the last 2.
All right. My cousin.
All right, guys. So here are the results. I think it came out to like 145 or something like that. Might have been more. If I paused this, I could probably count it. You count it. I also had $15 in PayPal that I accepted. We did have no-shows, which is to be expected on Facebook Marketplace. So I ended up selling the rest to a couple other individuals. So yeah, it worked out pretty well. Again, this is something a little bit different today for you guys than I normally do. So my normal videos of lately have been thrift store videos and thrift store runs, but I wanted to show you guys a little bit something different from the pallet side of the business,
13, 14.
and doing some local sales here today. I'm not letting people, get in my head, but I did figure it was an interesting story because I've never really had a Facebook post blow up like that or have a online mob come after me. So pretty insane to have had that happen over selling children's sleds that have been sitting in my garage for 6 months. But whatever. What can you really do about it? Guys, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more reselling content, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell notifications. It'll help you stay up to date with my most recent resale videos as they come out. Also, please, guys, I put a fair amount of work into this. This is a different edit than I'm used to doing. So I figured it out and tried to do it the best I could. Please consider hitting the like button. And also dropping a comment below. Both of those things really help me when it comes to the YouTube algorithm and getting my videos out in front of more people. Yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.